Cuban crocodiles are predators that live only in Cuba. Their habitat is the smallest compared to other species. They live an average of 50 to 75 years. You can find out more about their features, habits, and surprising facts. The body length of this reptile is up to 3.5 m, and males are larger than females. They have black, yellow, green, and olive mottled coloration on their back and a pale color on their belly. The tail of the animals is decorated with black spots and/or stripes. Crocodile heads are short and wide, with eyes located in bony eye sockets. The back of the animal is particularly strong and protected, thanks to the large bony plates that form a kind of dorsal shield starting from the back of the neck. Interesting. Cuban crocodiles are excellent swimmers. But they also move well on their feet on land, thanks to the peculiarities of the structure of their limbs. What is particularly interesting, they can even jump upwards. Cuban crocodiles are cold-blooded and cannot generate heat. They absorb heat from the sun or water, preferring to do so in the morning when they are cold. They also bask in the sun or immerse themselves in warm water after a meal to speed up their metabolism. Important: the diet of these Cuban reptiles consists of small fish, small mammals, invertebrates, and turtles. They can also jump out of the water, pushing off with their tails to catch birds and woody mammals from overhanging tree branches. In zoos, these individuals sometimes feed on the eggs of other crocodiles, rats, rabbits, and fish. The crocodile's mating season begins in May and lasts 3 to 4 months. In a zoo, the mating season starts in mid to late October and lasts until April. On average, they lay 30 to 40 eggs, hiding them in the mud and coastal vegetation. The number of eggs in a clutch depends on the size and age of the female. Terms of hatching from eggs are 58 to 70 days. Important: a large number of eggs in the clutch compensates for the high mortality rate of fry. Often eggs and hatchlings are eaten by birds and some reptiles. Sometimes there are cases of cannibalism, when adults eat the fry. Cuban crocodile eggs vary in size. On average they are up to 6 centimeters long. Interestingly, the temperature in the nest determines the sex of the future offspring. Males hatch if the temperature is at 32 to 32.5 degrees. The habitat of this species is only 500 square kilometers or even less. They live in the Zapata swamps in southwestern Cuba and Lanier in Isla de Juventud. Cuban crocodiles used to live also in the Cayman Islands and the Bahamas. Important: the reptiles prefer to live in freshwater marshes, lagoons, canals, rivers, and practically do not live in salt water. Cuban crocodiles have a much smaller webbing between their toes than other species. This, combined with their strong paws, allows them to walk freely on land. Scientists estimate that there are no more than 5,000 Cuban reptiles left in the wild. The average weight of individuals is 215 kilograms. The Cuban crocodile is the most terrestrial of all the species and also the most aggressive. Waiting for their victims, the predators go underwater, leaving only their eyes and nostrils on the surface. And then sharply jump out and grab their prey, dragging it underwater. If the prey is small, they swallow it whole. Larger prey first tear into pieces and then eat them. Adults reach reproductive maturity at 6 years of age. Their ability to reproduce is strongly influenced by environmental conditions such as rainfall and air temperature. Cuban crocodiles nest during the rainy season. The female guards the mound of dirt, sand, and small vegetation that contains the egg clutch from predators. In captivity, the animal lives no more than 50 years. Humans are practically the only predator that poses a threat to these reptiles. At the moment, the biggest threat is poaching and habitat destruction. In the 1900s and 1960s, Cuban crocodiles were actively hunted, leading to the near extinction of the species. A relative of the Cuban crocodile is considered an American crocodile. These individuals often crossbreed, but this leads to gene mixing and extinction of the subspecies.